Don't go to college. You might be wondering, what? That is the opposite of what everybody in my life is telling me what to do. And yeah, most people say going to college is the thing to do. I'm telling you, don't go to college. And that's coming from someone who has a lot of college under his belt. So I'm not saying don't ever go to college. What I'm really saying is don't go to college if you don't know what you want to do. College is not the place to figure out what you want to do. And if you're, 17, 18, 19 years old and you're like, I have no clue what I want to do with my life, that's okay. To think that at that age, with little to no adult experience, to know what you want to do with the rest of your life, that's just crazy. So this is what you should do. Learn a trade instead. And what I mean by learning a trade, electrician, HVAC, plumbing, or my personal favorite, carpentry. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should learn a trade instead of going to college. Number 1, you will immediately start making decent money. If you go the college route, the only job you're going to be able to really get is like a minimum wage job, working at Taco Bell, or being a lab aide in your chemistry class or something, and that's just not going to give you much, and it's not going to feel like even worth it to go to work. Where learning a trade, I'll tell you from my own experience, back when I got out of high school, minimum wage was like $7.50, $8 an hour in my state, and I was able to land a job with pretty much no experience except for working with my dad a little bit for $13 an hour. So that's a decent jump. And then it didn't take me long before I was making $19 an hour, and minimum wage was still $8 an hour. So there's a huge gap there, and it can grow quite a bit from there, even working for someone else. Not to mention what you can make if you own your own company. Then the sky's the limit. Number 2, why you should learn a trade instead of going to college is when you start making some decent money, then you get to truly figure out what it is you're passionate about, because how you spend your money is going to tell you that. That's just kind of the way it works. How you spend your free time when you're outside of your job, and how you spend your money during that free time is kind of going to guide you on, man, this is what I really like doing with my life, because you just worked so hard for those dollars and then you spend them. It can also teach you, how to manage your money, and you can learn from the experiences of your coworkers, these guys that have been into the trades for years. They have all kinds of great insight, and you can learn about other career paths that you might want to take. And that's kind of what happened to me. And number 3, the education is super low cost. It can be as little as free, or $7,000 to $10,000. Compare that to a university, you're going to be spending 50 to 100 grand, easy. So the free route is going to be through an apprenticeship program. There are apprenticeship programs for just about any trade, and it's really cool how they work. Basically, your schooling is on the job. For the carpenter path that I chose in the beginning, I had to go to school for a week every quarter. And so I would take a week off of work, and the employers were totally cool with that because they knew we were in an apprenticeship program, and that my skills were going to increase. And so you go to school for a week, learn some new skills, and then after you acquire so many skills, you would get a pay raise. So about every 3 to 6 months, I would get a raise, which was pretty dang sweet. There are technical colleges where it's just a 2-year degree, and you can oftentimes work at the same time pretty easily. They have that for all the trades. So you keep your college costs way down, because let me tell you, student loans suck. Student loans will make a large income job feel like a small income job. And so you're better off making that, medium range and having no debt. Number 4, little bonus, you might just find out that you like it. This kind of happened to me. Full disclosure, I ended up going to college for 8 years after becoming a carpenter to pursue pharmacy. Racked up a ton of student debt, which I'm not happy about and not proud of for sure. Should have done that differently. But through that whole college time, 8 years of pursuing pharmacy, I had a remodeling company, and that made it so I didn't really have to pull out student loans for my living expenses, which was great. And by the time I approached the end of my pharmacy schooling, I had a really good thing going with my remodel company. Found out, man, I really like, making customers happy and making their dreams that they envisioned but couldn't make happen, making those things happen for those people. It was really cool. So yeah, you might just find out that you like it. So quick recap. By learning a trade instead of going to college, you can immediately make a decent wage. You can use the life experiences from working a great job, figuring out how you spend your money, how to budget money, the experiences of your coworkers to figure out what you truly like to do. Number 3, the education expense is super low, especially in comparison to the university. And number 4, you just might like it. So if you found this valuable, please sign up for my email list down below. I am working on creating something to help people get into the trades and get into it confidently. There's a huge shortage right now in trades people, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, contractors. So if you want to learn how to do that, specifically carpentry, because that's where my skill set comes in remodeling, please sign up for that email list so we can stay in contact. Over the next several weeks, I'm going to make some videos on specific hand tools if you're just getting started, the basic tools that you need to go onto a job site and get a job. And I want to teach you guys the basics on using those tools. That way, when you go onto the job site, you don't look like an idiot. Don't want any of you guys looking for a board stretcher when they go tell you to look for one. Anyway, hopefully you found this valuable. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and sign up for that email list. See you next time.